Oh, let's see. Hey, here I am, Greg. How are you? Hey, my idea today would be, well, I got a radio as a gift, and one problem with the radio is it's very narrow, and it was easy to knock it over wherever you might set it. I move my radio around a lot. I carry it from place to place. Like I have it next to my bed when I listen some before I fall asleep, but then when I get up in the morning I might take it from the bedroom to the kitchen. And it was going to be very easy to get knocked down. So basically, I just glued a wide piece of cardboard to the bottom. I'll show it to you. This is the radio, and as you see, I simply glued this piece of cardboard, and that seems to have really helped. I now don't knock it over, and it doesn't get broken. I'm still pretty careful when I pick it up or set it down, but I don't have to be so tremendously careful. As long as I'm talking about it, the switch, the on-off dial switch on this radio, last night I was discovering kind of a cool way to turn it on and off. If you watch my other videos, I've talked a lot about my interest in milk. In fact, for 6 years I've more or less been living on milk, drinking about 2 gallons or 7.5 liters of non-fat milk every day. Hardly eat or drink anything else. And let's see, I was looking in the mirror today. I stay pretty skinny. Let me see if it really shows up on this screen. Well, you can't really see my whole body. If I start backing up, I didn't prepare for this, anyway, it looks pretty good in the mirror. But I've used these, and I kind of advocated that people try this diet for help with various diseases, even major ones like AIDS and cancer. I've also, over these 6 years, I've evolved some ways to exercise with my milk containers. Like, I put my fingernails in this gap between the lid, which screws off, and the container. There's a gap there, and I can put my fingernails in there and kind of exercise my fingernails. And my fingernails have gotten stronger to where they don't break. I used to not be able to grow them long because they very quickly tear somewhere, but ever since I've been doing these exercises, which are fun, I don't even really do them where I say, okay, now I'm going to exercise. I just, if I'm sitting at the table reading and there's a milk container there, I just start playing with it with my hands while I read. Or while I listen to the radio. I have milk by my bed, a milk container maybe down on the floor, and my hand is reaching down and playing with it. But if you look at the on-off switch on this radio, let's see, it's this dial, and at first I was turning it on by turning it from the side like that. You can see it turns on and off. But I realized one neat thing about having these long fingernails is my fingernails, there's a gap over on this side, so I can slide my fingernails into that gap, and my thumb is still over here on this side of the dial, and I can turn the dial that way on and off. Actually, yeah, well, now that I'm feeling it, now that I'm making the video, you could do that even without longer fingernails, but the fingernails, I can feel that they help a little bit. They help you, they keep your finger in this little gap a little better and sort of brace your finger there. And Oh, I could try to explain it. It would take a lot of words. But if you have this kind of dial, I'm just telling you, if you've only thought to turn it on from this side, you actually might be able to get 2 fingers on it and turn it on kind of more in a balanced way. For me, it helps to, you know, I think, yeah, it does help. It's like, if you think of this outside edge over here by the gap, the fingernails brace against it, the longer fingernail, and it makes it easier for the finger pad on that side to get a leverage as you try to use your fingers to turn it on and off. So I'm going to give you a link to my video about exercising your fingernails in my description below. And hopefully, you know, with this kind of video, it's not just really the one thing that you're showing a person, because you may not even have a radio like this, but you can take the idea that you maybe think there's only one way to do something else than turning on a radio. And if you study it, you might find there's a second way to do it that's easier for you, that feels better. And I actually think this is easier on that switch on my radio, that instead of turning it on from one side, where the push on it is sort of unbalanced to one side, I'm turning it on with my fingers on both sides, and I think it evens out the pressure on the switch. It might give the switch a little longer life too. So there's some ideas for you. Watch my other vids if you like. I think I have a lot of kind of pretty cool ideas. I don't know, does Miley Cyrus, she has 500 million views on some music, on her music video, We Can't Stop. Now she has so much ideas that are so much better than mine.